Hello, I'm Charlie McClendon, City Manager here in Cathedral City, and I appreciate the opportunity to give you a little bit of information about the districting process that has been going on here in the city. This really started back in January when Council issued a contract to National Demographics Corporation, NDC, to provide the specialty demographic services necessary to draw maps that would meet the requirements of the law. I would characterize the process as a community-driven process. There have been a total of 6 public hearings to date. 2 were held prior to the time that any draft maps were prepared, and 4 subsequently have been held after the draft maps were released. In addition, the city provided the opportunity for the members of the public to provide draft maps through an online map drawing tool. This is not something that was required by law for the city to do. It was because the council wanted to go above and beyond in allowing the members of our community to participate in the process. In addition, the city provided 4 City Hall at Your Corner meetings held at locations throughout the city that were primarily dedicated to discussing the districting options. Based on all of the input received from the community, Council asked the demographers to prepare an additional map that tried to reflect some of the comments heard. These included residents of Panorama neighborhood had indicated they preferred their neighborhood to be in one district. This echoed comments that had been made all along by members from the Cove community who also requested that their neighborhood be kept together. Additionally, we received comments from residents of the Dream Homes neighborhood indicating that they preferred to be in a district with more central Cathedral City neighborhoods as opposed to neighborhoods far to the north or the south of their community. So the revised Purple 2 map was introduced into the process as a result of these comments and was ultimately selected August the 23rd by the council to be the map that will move forward toward final adoption. In contrast to some communities when they go through the district process and are able to draw a map that places each incumbent council member in a separate district, that was not possible in Cathedral City. So our maps ultimately ended up pairing some of our existing council members into the new districts. In fact, only one existing council member ended up in a district with no other council members in that district. 2 public hearings remain. These will be with first reading of the ordinance on September 13th and with final adoption of the ordinance on September 27th. So the opportunity to participate is not yet completed. And you can still participate in those hearings if you would like to do so. Also, the council is always open to receiving your input via email or telephone calls, and those are all passed along to the council members and entered into the public record. In summary, I would like to characterize this as a community-driven process. We had massive amounts of public involvement in the process. The final step was determining which districts would elect in 2018. We have to have 3 then, and which would elect in 2020. There needs to be the other 2 then. The council made that determination, and that will be part of the ordinance that's discussed and adopted ultimately in September as well. So thank you for your participation. Continue to be involved in Cathedral City, and we all look forward to having your participation in district-based elections beginning in 2018.